Hello and welcome to this video tutorial. Today we're looking very quickly at using patterns in Adobe Photoshop. I've done a lot of videos on creating patterns. Today we're going to look and see how we can add it to a document. I'm going to start with a new file here in Photoshop. I'm just going to create something that is 1000 by 1000 pixels in size. I'll click Create. There are a number of ways that you can fill a document with a pattern, and one of them is to use Edit and then Fill. From here, you're going to select Pattern as the option, and then you can choose the pattern to use. I've got some patterns that I've been creating here, so let's just choose one of them. I've selected it in the list, and I'm just going to click OK. Now, the problem with this is that the pattern comes in at its original size, so I don't have any options for scaling it. And clearly, inside this document, it is way too big. So let's just undo this. There's a better way, or a couple of better ways, of adding patterns to documents in Photoshop. The one I like to use in particular is to use the layer options. So we're going up here to the layer menu and we're going to choose New Fill Layer and we'll choose Pattern. I'll click OK, and what we get is the default pattern in Photoshop, but I can click the drop down list here and get access to my patterns here. Let's go back to that same pattern that we used previously that we had problems with. Well, once I've added it to my document, you can see here that I can scale it. So I could scale it down to 25%, which gives me the ability to see the pattern at a better size. In fact, a size that I can control. If I just click in the scale box and use the down pointing arrow, I can scale this pattern as large or as small as I like. In this dialog, also in most recent versions of Photoshop, you can rotate this. So I'm just going to start rotating it. Actually, let's just take it round to 15 degrees. So you can actually rotate a pattern using this dialog as well. I'm just going to remove that. Let's have a look at another option. In this case, I'm going to open up the Patterns panel. You can get that by choosing Window and then Patterns. I'm going to scroll down to find the pattern I want to use, and I'll simply drag and drop it out of the Patterns dialog into my document. Now, you can see that I've dragged it out of the dialog, but it's still in there, so just don't worry that you're going to lose the pattern. It's always going to be there, but it has been used now to fill my document. It looks like it's the same problem as we had when we used Edit Fill, but if we go to the Layers panel, which you can get to by choosing Window and then Layers, you'll see that we have a Pattern Fill layer. So that's the exact same end product as we would have if we choose Layer, New Fill Layer. In this case, I'm just going to double click on the layer thumbnail here and we get this same dialog. So we can take it down to a 15-degree angle and let's scale it back down to, this time, 20%. So we have all the same options available to us. It's just that we created the pattern fill a slightly different way. Now there's one final method that we could use. I'm just going to drag and drop that layer onto the trash can. In this case, I'm going to just unlock this layer, and then I'm going to the FX icon here and I'm going to choose Pattern Overlay. That opens up the layer style option, and here is Pattern Overlay. Well, I'm going to select my pattern from this drop down list. Again, same pattern as we've been using. In this instance, we get different things. We still have our angle and we still have our scale option, but we also have blend mode. So if we had a different color layer underneath this, for example, we could blend these layers together. We could also change the opacity. So there are varying things that you can do with this layer style, but I've done what I want to right now, so I'll just click OK. In this case, you'll see that you don't see the pattern in the layer thumbnail here because it's added as an overlay. So that may not be an option that you particularly want to use because it's less obvious what you've done, but you do see that you've got lots of choices for applying patterns to a document in Adobe Photoshop. If you like carefully researched content like this, clearly presented in a step-by-step format so that you can get great results, then you'll love my Skillshare content. I'm a Skillshare top teacher. I have hundreds of short courses on Skillshare that you can access along with thousands of other great courses, all for the price of a single subscription. If you're interested, there's a Skillshare coupon for you in the description below to use to sign up. Using this coupon benefits me as a creator, and it helps me continue to make free content available here for you also on YouTube. Thank you for joining me for this video tutorial. On the screen now, you'll see a video that I've handpicked for you. If you enjoyed the video you've just watched, I know that you're going to really enjoy the one I've picked for you to watch next.